everybody, welcome to the SATS show, your beginner-friendly guide to saving in Bitcoin. Stacking SATS, Monday through Friday, 8:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Welcome. Leonard, what up? Leonard in the house, Leonard! Thanks for hitting that like button, Leonard. Always appreciated. I had an epiphany today. Is it epiphany or epiphany? Is it N or M? Figure it out. I had one of those today. We'll talk about that in the Why We Stacked segment. But first, let's get into the SAT strength segment. But I haven't found that. I need to get that page up. I normally have it queued up, but I can't find it. Should be. I accidentally closed it. Oh, here. Nice. Can't find my SAT strength index, guys. Let's start from scratch. SAT strength. Where are you? This one? Wow. Sorry, guys. And this is like putting a damper on the show, but oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Found it. Man, where's it way down there? Found it. Okay. Let's put to the first episode. Let's jump into the first segment of the show. Gee. SAT strength. How many Satoshis can you buy for $1? Today, the price of Bitcoin is down to $28,920, which means for a single dollar, you can buy 3,458 Satoshis. What the heck is a Satoshi? A Satoshi is a fraction of a Bitcoin. Just like a dollar has 100 cents, a Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. So, when you look at the price of Bitcoin, you can tell yourself, God, dang, that's a lot of money to spend on a Bitcoin. You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin all at once. You could buy fractions of a Bitcoin, like you could buy pennies of a dollar. And eventually, once you get 100 million Satoshis, you'll have a whole Bitcoin. And the price of buying that Bitcoin can average out to a lower price if you buy it little by little over time. That's what we do here on the show. We stack SATs, we stack fractions of Bitcoin, and we're buying $10 a day. But today might be a special day because it looks like the price of Bitcoin might be below our average buy price. Epiphany. Thanks, Leonard. You are the man. Perfect. So, if you find yourself walking down the street, see a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have 34.58 Satoshis. Anyway, one day when Bitcoin hits $1 million, when Bitcoin is worth $1 million, 1 penny will be equal to 1 Satoshi. We're super early. Stack while you can. Let's move on. Jeez. Okay, so I had an epiphany today. Thanks, Leonard. That I want to share with you guys. And let's do that during the Why We Stack segment. Why We Stack. It's a segment. It's basically with some nice background music to make it more motivational. Share some interesting information with you about Bitcoin. But today, I called the episode Bitcoin Stacking Changes You. I feel like saving in Bitcoin and stacking SATs has changed me. because I've always been a learner. I've always been into learning new things, and I like the I like the feeling of accomplishment when you learn something new or when you start to get better at something. But I also started to fall into the trap of learning things that don't take a long time to learn, just for the sake of getting that immediate satisfaction, that immediate gratification of, okay, I'm gonna do this. It's pretty easy. I'm pretty good at it, and I'm just gonna learn it and go and done. Right. The idea of stacking sats changes your perspective as far as like you how long you're willing to commit to the next, I guess, acquisition, or to the next goal in the journey that you're facing, that you're going on. And when I stack Bitcoin, I know that I'm stacking it for the long term, and I don't have any preconceived notions of like buying Bitcoin, trying to flip it like next week or tomorrow or next month for like a gain. Because that's not my goal. My goal is just to stack sats, right? And I've noticed that I've taken that same idea of just don't worry about the progress, don't worry about how big the stack is, don't worry about the price of Bitcoin. Just stay consistent in stacking, right? Whatever your price is, whatever your schedule is, once you commit to it, stay consistent, and good things will come down the road, right? So without me realizing it, I made a commitment to myself that once I felt healthy enough and my body could handle 3 jiu-jitsu classes a week, that would be my number. That would be my commitment to the class. Would be three classes a week. And today was my 22nd consecutive class, so that I haven't missed. So I haven't missed since I forget the exact date, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I haven't missed for 22 classes. Today's Monday, so pretty cool. And my goal, I mean, eventually you do have a little bit of a feeling like, yeah, eventually I'm gonna get another belt or a stripe, right? But I wasn't expecting it. My only goal was to stack classes, right? Just stack classes. Keep going. On Thursdays and Tuesdays, I do a little bit of, I just kind of like look over my class notes and see what I need to, where I got stuck, what I might need to improve on, or things that I keep finding myself in these certain positions. So if I'm finding myself in those positions, I kind of like look up like, okay, well, what can I do from that position? And then I'll take 1 or 2 things and just apply it that week. And then eventually I feel like I have a little bit of a better repertoire as it's going. But again, the idea here is that my only goal has been to just show up to class, to be able to survive a class, not get injured. I'm okay with being sore, but like when something's pulled or something's fractured, it's really hard to be consistent. So my only goal has been to just stay consistent, try to stay healthy, and eventually things would come. And I didn't think today was the day, but today I got a stripe. So my first jiu-jitsu stripe, I'm a white belt, but it just, I don't know, it feels awesome to make progress, right? Like I kind of felt like I could feel the progress already, but this is just like a validation that someone else also sees the progress I'm making, right? So with that said, that's that kind of the epiphany I had, was that I'm also stacking jiu-jitsu classes, right? Like I'm stacking sats every day, right? And your mindset changes. You're okay with the reward coming down the road, right? You're okay with the reward being coming a little bit later, because you know that your investment is kind of, I guess, protected, right? So let's go back to talk about Bitcoin. Your investment in Bitcoin is shielded from inflation, right? So you don't have that urge to need to spend that money right away because you know it's not going to lose value. If anything, it's going to gain value relative to the dollar, right? Well, same thing with the jiu-jitsu. I'm investing that time, and what I'm learning is going into my brain, right? So unless I have a horrible accident, I'm not going to lose that. Nobody's going to take that away from me, right? Just like once you learn how to do something, nobody can take that away from you, right? That's one of the, I mean, it's in your memory, it's in your body, I guess, your muscle memory. So yeah, just as I can stack sats for the future, I'm stacking jiu-jitsu classes, and I have no illusions of even ever becoming a black belt in my life because I know it could take more than 10 years, right? But my only goal is to be healthy enough to do the next class, right? So to take a day off and do the next class, or to make it all the way and get 2 days off for the weekend, right? But anyway, that's enough about that. That's why we stack. And I know it's a little bit off topic, but it's just a special day for me today. So that's what I wanted to share. Hope you guys are good. What up, Carl? Carl Black in the house. Good to see you, Carl. Good to see you. Bitcoin today, right now, it dropped a little bit today. So it's a great opportunity to stack. Not that we care about the price. Oh, wrong one. Stack recap. Let's look at our holdings for the show. See where we're at. Ooh, look at that. It's close to our all-time low. Our average buy price is still pretty high. Right? Our average buy price is pretty low. So the price of Bitcoin, even though it dropped, we're still up at least 0.9%. So today, we're just gonna invest $10 on the show. I'm probably gonna buy more offline for myself, off the record, my private stash. But yeah, it's definitely a good opportunity, I think, because you don't know where it's gonna be. So today is 31st. Wow, 31st already. It's crazy. So with that stack recap, we're currently at 1.770 million Satoshis. And like I said last week, if the price of Bitcoin drops, then we're going to get closer to 2 million Satoshis this week. So let's stack what we can. Stack what we can. Let's go. I got 10. Let's go, Carl. Let's go. Carl stacked today. Let's go. Gone for that. Choo. I took the 10 and got a half of a break. Oh my God. Salty, that's funny, but it's kind of true. Remember when a burrito was like $8? Now it's $10 for half a burrito. Damn. Ouch. All right. Let's get into this. This purchase into the time to stack some sats, boys. Let's go. Oh, dang it. I have to log in again. Give me a second. It's a weekend. I have to log in again, guys. I'm sorry. I have to remember all my password and all these different things. There used to be a spot for 99-cent bean and cheese burritos. Now they... Jeez! Oh gosh. I got 5 on it. Let's go. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah, 99-cent burritos. If they sold 99-cent burritos, they'd probably have to pay like 60 cents worth of Visa charges, you know? It's not worth it for them. The days of... Captain Dan in the house. What up, Captain Dan? Welcome. I got blocked, but resubscribed. So here I am. What? You got blocked? You got blocked on the... Interesting. Who blocked you, Captain Dan? Did I block you? I didn't block you, Captain Dan. So I'm trying to log into my account so I can purchase today's sats. Log in. Oh, YouTube blocked you completely? Wow. Logging in, they're sending me an email. We ran out of song. It's okay. There it is. I allow that. Click here. Log in. Authenticator. I blame your mom. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. Cotijas used to have 99 cent bean. Yeah, dude, I don't think there's anything anymore for 99 cents. You know? It's just not worth it. They probably pay more in fees for like running the transaction than anything else. All right, we're almost into Swan Bitcoin, guys. Give me 1 second. All right, gotta do secure. Gotta do a 2-factor. All right, I'm in. Here we go. I'm gonna go here. Choo, buy Bitcoin. All right, we're gonna buy $10 worth. Oops, $10 worth of Bitcoin today. Here we go. Preview buy. I'm gonna take my notes here. Bring up the show notes. Today is episode 41. Episode 41. Not bad. Oops. 41. And here's okay, we're buying it at 28.99 at 28,986. I'll scroll down and put you guys back on there. Oop, it just changed. Ooh, it dropped doing lower, so that's good. All right, here we go. Here we go. Back to the browser. Drum roll, please. We're about to stack some SATS. I think there's a place, but he still has 99 cent street tacos. Oh, that's cool. Let's go there. We've stacked Bitcoin. All right. We stacked some SATs there. Let's update the spreadsheet with the latest buy. Dun, dun, dun. Throw on some chill music because, you know, we're consistent, guys. Consistency. Salty, I got a stripe today in jiu-jitsu. My first stripe ever. I haven't missed class in 22 sessions. Gee. Okay. We bought this Bitcoin at 28,989. 989. We need to go visit Carl. And I know, right? Salty. Carl, do they do that 99 cent tacos every day or just certain days? We spent $10 to buy. Sorry, we spent 10 cents to buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. And today, our yield is pretty good. We got 0.0003496 Satoshis. Copy the formula. $34,496 Satoshis added to the stack. And our stack is almost at 1.2. Sorry, at 2 million Satoshis. Dang. Let's go. Like I said, slow and steady. We're at, even though the price of Bitcoin dropped a little bit today, we're still up. And secretly I kind of want it to drop even more. That means that I can buy. That means that our regularly scheduled buys will yield us more Satoshis and get us a bigger stack. Because what matters in this, boys, is that your SAT count goes up. This is just an illusion. Okay, it's money divided by infinity, because as long as they continue to print US dollars, get and continue to increase the debt ceiling, the value that you're storing in dollars is divided by the supply, right? And the supply is never going to stop growing. So in essence, it's your value divided by infinity, and anything divided by infinity is like zero eventually. Okay, so save in SATS, spend in dollars. It's a taco truck that has been in the same place for like 20 years. I think it's at Chivito. Maybe that's cool. That's awesome. The little goat that could. Sounds awesome though. Makes me want to eat tacos. But today, we're not having tacos. Today, we started a tradition with the boys, with my kids. Julian, my younger kid, he's in jiu-jitsu as well. Well, they're both in jiu-jitsu, but my younger kid, he's in the younger kids class, and they get a stripe like every other, like I don't know, like every month almost. So he's got like 4 stripes, and whenever anybody gets a stripe, we have steaks at the house. We call it the stripe steak. We're gonna be having ribeyes after this. A little cast iron action, butter, fresh thyme, garlic, baste it, and then throw it in the oven, finish it. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys for today's show. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys had the opportunity to stack. If there's any questions, throw them in the chat. Otherwise, let's gonna chillax here for a little bit. Oh. Right, Salty? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's been wild, dude. It's been wild. But slow and steady. Slow and steady. I feel like I on the days I don't have class, it gives me a little bit of extra time to review like where I've been getting stuck in class. Like in a certain, like if I've been getting stuck in a position, or like if I don't know what to do from a position, then I'll go and look that up on my off days. So I have like 1 or 2 moves I can do from there. So when I do end up getting there, I can progress like 1 step, you know, and then I get to that next step and be like, okay, well now I can get from here to there. I can do like a finish or wherever, or something happens where it's like, okay, that didn't work, so I'll just go back and try something different the next class. But slow and steady, dude. It's like slow and steady. Yeah, I got a stripe and we'll get some steaks. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it's funny. So the kids went to I got home from class and the kids aren't here. My wife took them to the park. So they don't know yet. But I went to the store after class and bought the steaks and all the stuff to make it. So when they get home, I'm just gonna put the steaks on the counter and see what they say. 4 bruised ribs later, and you get a steak letter. Exactly. 1 fractured rib, 3 bruised ribs, a fractured finger, a stubbed finger, a halfway pulled groin muscle, and you get 1 stripe. Let's go. I'm flaming out. Trying to buy $10 on my options are 500 or 1,250 and won't accept 10. Interesting. Are you trying to set up an automatic buy? Maybe just cancel that buy, hit the buy button again, and make sure you're in your right account. Make sure you're in the right account. Go click on the home screen here. I'm gonna show you Captain Dan. Browser here. Oops, here. So this is you go here, you go home or dashboard. Home right here. And then show you your accounts here. Make sure you're on that account that you're buying from. Make sure you're on that one. View personal account. And then you're gonna buy now. And here, you might have to click in here. Does it give you an error? Oh, yeah. So like if you can do these. Yeah, so just do 10 here. Yeah, you might have to type it in by hand. Yeah. I can only do, what's my max? 500? Oh, because I already, my max is 500 per day because I already did 10. Okay. 4. 90. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of sats right there. Cheers. Salty said, another stuff I feel like. Oh, oh my gosh. You probably pulled intercoastal, Leonard. That's like super common in that motion, that like torquey twisty motion. Like batters get that too. Like it's just the muscles between your ribs that contract your ribs like this. Like when you do this and when you twist. I had an intercoastal pull, probably like my second week of class. That is not fun. It feels like you had a broken rib. Yeah. Three more times. Nice. 3 more times you can buy yourself a steak. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's funny. If you're new to this stream, you have to subscribe and wait a minute before you can type something in the chat. But if you're new, say hello. And if it's your first time here and I haven't given you 1,000 satoshis yet, today I can send you 1,000 satoshis. Okay? And if you're wondering what the hell a satoshi is, it's a fraction of a Bitcoin. It's real Bitcoin. Okay? So say hello in the chat. And if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. That's so funny. Just a little first time golfing in 20 years. Dang, dude, my app is also. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, you guys are doing it through the phone. I'm doing it through the computer, so that might be the difference. But yeah. Oh, what? We hit enough chats that the Nightbot threw in a little commercial in here. Let's go. Captain Dan, for you, our next step needs to be figuring out your self-custody soon, okay? Before you get to like $500. One of my calves cramped the other day, still hurts. And, oh my gosh, now my hip is sore. Oh my god. Oh jeez. I know you start overcompensating for one injury and then something else gets strained. Oh, that sucks. Dang, dude. Dang. That sucks. Well, before I let you guys go, just want to remind you, the best movie, one of the best movies you've ever seen, one of the best movies ever made. And here's my version of it. Let's go. Oh my gosh, crack myself up. We can also look at let's watch Bitcoin. Let's watch the Bitcoin market happen in real time for a little bit. Those are all transactions falling into the memory pool. And here's a Bitcoin network pulling some of those transactions into the next block. Like, let's see how much this transaction is for right here. This one. That transaction is for $5.42 million, dude. 187 Bitcoin. Going out to 2 addresses. And it's going to cost them... What? What does it cost them in fees? 7,000 sats. So less than $10 to move $5.42 million. Jeez, that's awesome. This one, $256 million worth of value. That's 8,803 Bitcoin going to 2 addresses. It's gonna cost them 46,000 sats. Basically about $15 to move $256 million worth of value. Like, you're not gonna be able to transport $256 million worth of gold without paying like 20% or 10% worth of like armored vehicles and security guards and then it's still at risk of getting stolen along the way by some dudes from like I don't know, from that movie, from Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, whatever it is. Oh my god, yeah, it's wild, right? It's pretty crazy, right? So it supports a big transaction like that and a little transaction like this one. Look at this one. It's probably just a friend sending another friend $100, you know. $100 cost them $1, like $1 to send $100 to a friend or a family member, you know. Who knows? We don't know, but maybe it's like a family member needs a little bit of cash in a different country, whatever. You send them $100 worth of Bitcoin. You know, they send it to their cash app, and then they convert it to regular local currency. And the banks didn't have anything to do with it. The banks didn't get a chance to take their cut. Leeches. The app had an update 5 hours ago. It's broken. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Thanks, Carl. You're not doing anything wrong, Captain Dan. The app is busted for now. I'm glad the website isn't busted. All right. So anyway, that's pretty wild, huh? And it just keeps raining transactions. Look at all these transactions. Let's look at this big one over here. Oh, that's not that big. The big one over here. Let's try to find the biggest one over here. How about this one? That's the 256 million. Yeah, that's a pretty big one. 256 million, dude. That's crazy. Right. Anyway, not only does it cost you this little to transport that value through space, right? But if this value is in one of your wallets, it doesn't decay. It doesn't cost you anything to hold it through time, right? If anything, as the government continues to print money and devalue the currency, the value that's stored in Bitcoin actually it seems to appreciate. Even though it's just static, it's appreciating relative to the dollar because the dollar is losing purchasing power, right? So it's kind of a weird concept. Like, it's not that Bitcoin is rising, right? It's that the dollar is losing value, and so you need more dollars to buy the same amount of Bitcoin, right? Or the same amount of real estate, or the same amount of another asset that's hard to make, right? Anyway, that's what we got on today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm really enjoying talking about Bitcoin, and I'm learning a ton. I'm stacking SATS Monday through Friday, 8:15 Pacific Standard. So thanks for tuning in, and stack SATS. What do we say? Smoking is bad for your health, and saving in the dollar is bad for your wealth. Later, guys.